Broadcasting from the upper deck at Titan Stadium, this is a presentation of 22 West Radio, streaming live to the world from the studios of 88.1 KKJZ, Long Beach, Los Angeles. Tonight, under the lights, the latest rendition of the 15-mile rivalry is moments away from kickoff. Hello, friends, and welcome to Sunday Night Soccer. I'm JayDe Beaudry, alongside Sergio Morales, bringing you all the action from deep in Titan territory. On Thursday, Long Beach State could not find a breakthrough against UC San Diego in the home finale and picked up their fourth draw of conference play. Only 2 wins from 2 will do, as Mauricio and Gracia's side are deadlocked in a 3-way tie for 7th place. A quick trip across the 605 East finds a Fullerton team that has cooled off after a historic start to the 2025 season, having picked up just 1 win in their last 4 games. The Titans will have a shot at a share of the Big West title, but will need a win over their crosstown rivals to get 1 step closer. Sergio, the Beach will be scoreboard watching well after the final whistle tonight. How can the playoff picture be shaken up?
Well, thanks, JayDe, and hello, dear audience. The sun goes down, the lights come on. It's time for a rivalry game between the Beach and the Titans. For Long Beach State, they want a win for more than just bragging rights over their crosstown rivals. They also want the 3 points for the Big West Conference standings that come with it. Just 1 more game remains for the Beach after tonight's against the currently number 3 seeded Cal State Northridge. And as the playoffs loom at large, the Beach are 3 points behind CSU Bakersfield, who will play against Hawaii tonight at 7 p.m. A win for the Beach tonight would help them give a last chance grasp on playoff hopes, depending on what Bakersfield does against Hawaii.
The stakes could simply not be higher. And on the other side of the break, starting lineups and kickoff are coming your way on 22 West Radio. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to the broadcast from Titan Stadium in Fullerton, California. JayDe Beaudry alongside Sergio Morales, moments away from kickoff now. And Sergio, this game could not be bigger for both of these teams.
Yes, that is correct, everybody. As we said, you're going in not just in a rivalry matchup, which that's already big enough as it is. We've also got playoff implications on the line with Long Beach State looking desperately for 3 points in the conference standings in order to have a shot at the playoffs. And how do they do that? By winning tonight against Cal State Fullerton. That's one way to get started anyway.
Results have fallen the way of Long Beach State as of late, and they need 3 more points here tonight against their 15-mile rivals. We have the starting lineups for you, so let's run them to you from back to front. First for Long Beach State, the visitors tonight, Aurora Shuck gets the start in goal as she has all season long. The back line, as it has been for the past 2 games now, Connie Ukita, Brooklyn Antonucci, Zoe Willis, and Kylie Perez, who has just put in back-to-back 90-minute performances. And in the midfield, a couple of surprises, Sergio. Freshman Ruby Mansour gets her first start of the season in a must-win game alongside sophomore Malaya Johnson and Jordan Candelaria. Note, Sherry Cox in the lineup once again tonight, still out with an arm injury. And on that front line, Radisson Banks, Natalie Arnold, and Amira White, the freshman, with 5 assists already this season to lead the team. And for the Fullerton Titans, back to front, Isaac Ranson, the best goalkeeper in Fullerton women's soccer history, once again gets a start. And from on that back line, Kyan Otholt, Isabella Contreras, and Tyler Townsell get the start. In the midfield, Janae Perez, Kyla Oliveira, Cameron Cruz, who already has 5 game-winning goals this season, and Sienna Diamantel. And up front, Sky Johnson, Isabella Cruz, and Sale Bozanovic. Sergio, tonight, the Beach wearing all black, the Fullerton Titans with white tops, navy blue shirts, navy blue shorts, and those sleeves are also navy blue. Ranson in the bright red goalkeeper kit, Aurora Shuck in the highlighter orange. You can feel the tension building in the air. Not only is this a rivalry atmosphere, but both these teams need 3 points tonight. Fullerton have had an incredible season. They've cooled off as of late, but still, with results falling their way and a few big wins down the stretch, could be co-champions of the Big West when it's all said and done.
Well, that's exactly what they want, but so too does the Beach. And I just noticed both teams were really hyping themselves up. They were ready. I don't think it doesn't feel like there's so much urgency as there is excitement. Both teams see opportunity, and they also see the opportunity for bragging rights up against their rivals, but conference standings as well. And ladies and gentlemen, it's almost go time from Fullerton.
Amira White stands over the kickoff in the penultimate game of the 2025 season. Just CSUN remains for Long Beach State as we are officially underway. Amira White touches it back, and it's played all the way forward on the first opportunity. Radisson Banks will give chase as the Titans will possess first. On the right-hand side, Janae Perez, her first involvement, takes it back into the Fullerton half. Long Beach has struggled with hot starts late on in the season as the Fullerton Titans boast one of the best defenses, not just in the Big West, Sergio, but in the country. As Kylie Perez gets her first involvement, stepping into the midfield and touching it back for Candelaria. Candelaria with 2 on her will play it back further for Brooklyn Antonucci. Antonucci muscled off towards the sideline and out of bounds for a Long Beach throw. Giving pressure that time was Sale Bozanovic. And Ruby Mansour gets the ball handed to her directly from Brooklyn Antonucci. It'll be the first throw-in and the first involvement from the freshman. As we mentioned today, Sergio, her first start of the season.
First start of the season, and she's already looking to make a statement here. She's trying to say, hey, I'm not just another freshman. I am here to actually help this team in these dire situations.
Ruby Mansour and Malaya Johnson really both trying to step in during the absence of Cherry Cox, the leading scorer from this Long Beach State team. Just 5 goals in 10 games played. As now a long ball forward finds Radisson Banks just outside the box. Banks twisting, turning, shooting towards goal, and over the crossbar. It's the first sniff at goal 67 seconds into the game for Long Beach State. Radisson Banks breaking forward. She's been hungry for goals all season long, was frustrated extensively on Thursday night, and Sergio nearly found the back of the net there.
And she was so ready to say, que maravilla, but not quite yet, everybody, as we found out that that was just oh so close right over the net. Hold off on that phrase for now. It might actually happen later.
Long Beach State has been struggling to score goals down the stretch here. A 0-0 draw against UC San Diego, the latest result. Fullerton, this Titans team, we'll talk more about their incredible season later in the broadcast, but for them, a few results down the stretch could see them become co-champions. Already 2 teams have secured their spot in the playoffs. Cal State Northridge and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, thanks to some incredible campaigns, are more than likely going to be the 2 hosts, but with 2 games to play for both teams, there could still yet be a shakeup in the standings. Long Beach State possesses the ball inside their own half. They feed it up to Candelaria. Jordan Candelaria to her right-hand side. Gets it to Natalie Arnold, who has dropped back into defense. Arnold across to Zoe Willis. Willis and Perez, the center back pairing, it looks like for tonight. Perez forward to the midfield for Candelaria. Jordan Candelaria up towards Banks inside the center circle, who touches it on to Ukita to her right. Ukita will now look for a crossfield ball that is to Natalie Arnold. and it goes out of bounds. Yukita just misplacing it. A different look tonight as well for Connie Yukita, Sergio, a stalwart of that back line last season. As the games have gone on in 2025, she has been put into more of a midfield role to turn provider. Looks like that's where she's going to be pining her trade tonight, as Yukita is once again giving chase, and the Titans will now need to switch the point of attack from left to right.
Something interesting worth noting is that I'm starting to notice that both teams are having possession of the ball on each other's territory. So Fullerton has been having possession on their side, and we got a dangerous play here, JayDe.
And Brooklyn Antonucci needs to step in front of a long ball forward. Antonucci still fighting for the ball. Antonucci getting a bit physical there inside the 18-yard box, and the foul, it looks like, is going to go against JayDe Perez. Perez was giving Antonucci fits towards the end line as a long ball over the top, just as you were beginning to mention, Sergio, from Fullerton. Once again, put the Titans inside the Long Beach half. A very frantic start here as both teams need 3 points tonight. Through just 3.5 minutes, we've seen end-to-end action.
Yep, indeed. And now, as I was saying, both of these teams have been playing on each other's territory. That's where they've had control of the ball. So Long Beach State, as you mentioned, they've had control of the ball on their side of the territory. Ditto Fullerton. So this is a very interesting way to start the game as we have a trip.
And once again, it's Antonucci and Perez going head-to-head. A bit of a kerfuffle brewing between the two of them early on here in the first half. It's once again Perez who's called for the foul, and the free kick is taken quickly as Long Beach gets it into the midfield for Yukita, inside the center circle to the right-hand side for Arnold. Arnold infield to Johnson. Malaya Johnson making her second consecutive start. Plays a neat 1-2 with Arnold. Now it's at the feet of Amira White. She tried to play in Radisson Banks just inside the 18, but pass was cut out. Long Beach able to keep possession. Fighting for the ball is Arnold. She gets it forward to Amira White. 4 black shirts on the front line. As Johnson looks across for Banks, but that pass just too far in front of the forward, and it's cleared away by the Titans back line. The Beach look to pile on pressure here. Long cross comes into the 18-yard box, and it's over the head of Amira White, who goes down. There will be no penalty called. Beach play on. Johnson has it. Right-hand side of the 18-yard box. Her cross inside is blocked off. And the Titans look to clear away, only as far as Willis, who feeds it back into Banks. Banks touches down with her chest, but is dispossessed. Now Candelaria, shot from outside the box. 2 shots already here inside the first 5 minutes, Sergio. The Beach coming out on the front foot, coming out on fire. And it's Jordan Candelaria that time, putting in an effort just far the left post.
Jordan Candelaria, that is her first big shot at goal thus far this afternoon. The 5'4" midfielder from Albuquerque, New Mexico. She's had 3 goals and 4 assists in her Long Beach career, almost 4 tonight, but just a little bit off to the left. It didn't even bother to hit the post. It just went straight out.
Jordan Candelaria in the 2025 season, 2 goals and 3 assists. 2 of those assists to Sherry Cox, who, we'll mention it again, is not going to see the field tonight. A big loss for Long Beach State as this reshuffled lineup needs to get 3 points in the 15-mile rivalry. Fullerton 4-way forward once again, and it's Brooklyn Antonucci with a foot in front. Forces it out for a Fullerton throw, and off the throw-in, it's straight to Kylie Perez, who will hook it down the left sideline. Long Beach State able to win the second ball. Mansour dispossessed. Mansour still fighting. Now at the feet of JayDe Perez. Perez drives in field. Now cuts a pass towards the end line. Nobody made the run in a white shirt. It'll be out of bounds for a goal kick and Aurora Shuck. Aurora Shuck so far this season, 3 games where she hasn't had to make a single save. The last few games, though, she's been peppered extensively. In that game against UC San Diego, had 5 saves. As now a long ball over the top is going to find Banks, who switched over to the left-hand side. Banks streaming down the left now, has 1 defender to beat. Now the white shirt stream back, still at the feet of Radisson Banks, who will clip across the 18-yard box. Amira White was arriving at the back post, but did not make the run in time. Radisson Banks claps her hands towards her teammates, said, let's get more of that going. Radisson Banks fired up. I mentioned just how frustrated she was on Thursday night. In the 88th minute, she picked up a yellow card, slammed the ball down into the pitch, frustrated at the lack of calls she was getting, the lack of service. Certainly so far, inside these opening 7 minutes, that has not been the case. Still 0-0 here between Fullerton and Long Beach State.
Well, Radisson Banks is someone that you definitely want to keep an eye on this Long Beach State women's soccer team. She has started every game in 2025, usually sees past the 70th minute on the court, including 90 versus Hawaii. Among that, she's also got 4 goals and 4 assists this year alone, so she's definitely one of those key players to this Beach team.
Long ball over the top here goes to the left-hand side as Fullerton look to play in their attack. Perez gives chase but isn't going to get there. Now Perez commits herself inside the 18, well in. A strong tackle that time goes against Isabella Cruz. And they're going to say that ball went off Cruz. Excellent work defensively from Kylie Perez to win a goal kick. But looked to surely at least be a corner. Beach stifling the Tritons here in the early goings. Talk a little bit about Kylie Perez. Perez came into this starting lineup. It's her junior year, the transfer from San Diego 2 seasons ago. Back-to-back 90-minute performances under the belt of Kylie Perez, and really she's been deployed in the center of defense alongside Zoe Willis and Brooklyn Antonucci. Not an easy position to find herself in, but with veterans on either side of her, she has certainly flourished. Stands 5'6" and gets physical up and around the 18-yard box. Can imagine she's going to be tested extensively tonight by this Fullerton team, who now have won a throw-in on the right-hand side about 25 yards from goal. Hustling over to take it is Kaya Otholt, 5'6" junior defender. She looks down the line. Antonucci applying some pressure, and off the second ball, Ruby Mansour clears it away. Fullerton will repeat the trick. This time, 35 yards from goal. Throw-in once again comes down the line from Otholt. Flicked on towards the corner flag, and Cruz will not give chase. Another goal kick for Aurora Shuck. As now, for the past few minutes here, Sergio, Long Beach have not been able to get out of their own half.
Neither team has been able to do it. They continue to play on either or side of the court. Now, in this case, Long Beach State is able to start making some moves. The problem is that, as you mentioned, they're being basically forced into their own side of this field, and Fullerton, meanwhile, has just been running around all over it.
Goal kick comes from Aurora Shuck. It's headed on beyond halfway. Johnson gives chase, but goes out of bounds. I'm going to say it comes off of a Fullerton head, and now the Beach will have a throw-in 10 yards infield from the midfield line. On the right-hand side, it goes into Banks, infield. Banks back towards goal, plays it back to the throw-in taker, Arnold. Arnold back to Banks. Now Banks can face goal. Drives forward and then plays in Johnson down the right-hand side. Johnson driving towards the end line. Fakes across. Now will deliver into a dangerous area. Headed away. Not as far as Banks, though, who arrives inside the 18 and sends it over the crossbar. Radisson Banks drifted infield straight from that throw-in, Sergio, and nearly found the payoff. Was unmarked off that cross.
Little too high up, and even if that was into the goal, Isaac Ranson, the goalkeeper for Fullerton, Isaac Ranson happened to be there. So far, so good, I'd say, for Long Beach State, making these attacks, but at the same time, just failing to capitalize right when it comes down to it.
Isaac Ranson, the greatest goalkeeper, and this isn't just me saying it, Sergio, this is the stats speaking, in Cal State Fullerton history. More on that in a second, as Fullerton have broken through straight from the goal kick, cross into the 18. Aurora Shuck has to commit herself right in front of Cruz. Isabella Cruz was bearing down on goal, straight from a goal kick, and Aurora Shuck marshals her back line. Perez in the area, too. And now Long Beach look to play it out quickly outside of their own 18. A dangerous moment there, and the first sniff at goal for Fullerton. Jordan Candelaria now in the midfield just outside the center circle in the Long Beach half. Dispossessed now, and Fullerton can come the other way. It's going to be a 3-on-3 going forward. Antonucci cuts out the through ball. Still in the midfield for Fullerton. Played to the right-hand side for Otholt. Otholt one-on-one against Mansour. Looks down the line. She'll find Janae Perez. Perez is going to be offside. The flag goes up. And Brooklyn Antonucci gets a little loud, gets a little vocal. Lets Janae Perez know that that high line is going to be there all night long. As Perez looks for some answers from our officials. Brooklyn Antonucci will stand over their free kick. Antonucci so far this season has been a stalwart along the back line. Missed all of last season. Picked up an ACL injury. Took her all the way out. And it was in the exhibition game against USC, a big reason why Long Beach struggled so extensively last year. They were counting on Antonucci. Without her on the pitch, they struggled. Antonucci back in for the majority of this season, and now she's going to be forced into defensive duties once again. The offside flag goes up before Antonucci needs to commit herself. It's Isabella Cruz drifting over to that right-hand side now, Sergio, as they're throwing everything at Brooklyn Antonucci here in the 12th minute.
Brooklyn Antonucci seemingly just trying to make these plays desperately, just for one reason and one reason alone. Trying to get the ball away from their own side, because Fullerton, now we're really starting to see, they are just have total control of the ball, and dangerously so, on Long Beach State's side of the field. This is getting some dangerous play out of the Fullerton team, and Brooklyn Antonucci with no one else to help her out thus far.
Brooklyn Antonucci might find herself out on an island tonight, facing up against Isabella Cruz, who has 5 goals and 5 assists, 10 goal contributions so far this season. It's not going to get any easier, as this Fullerton attack is certainly dynamic. Here they come again, down the left-hand side. Zoe Willis forced into defensive duties, blocks off the initial cross. Fullerton able to recover now, 25 yards from goal. Now played back in field and down the line. Yukita has dropped all the way back, and Yukita giving chase once again is going to clear that one upfield. It was Kayla Oliveira venturing forward, and now Long Beach State will clear it upfield to Radisson Banks. Banks clips it down the right-hand side, but it's too high and with too much power behind it. She was looking for Johnson to launch a counterattack, as now Fullerton certainly, Sergio, have turned the tide Back and forth we went inside 5 minutes, but for the last 5, it's been all Fullerton.
It's been all Fullerton, and on Long Beach State's side of the field, I said it before and I'll say it again. This is a team right now that Fullerton right now is a team that just has had total control of the ball. I'm noticing as we speak, these passes, these defensive moves, they've all been in Fullerton's favor. They've been all making it work very well, whether that's quick reflex or long shot as we're seeing now.
Another long ball over the top goes searching for Cruz. Perez caught in the left back position as the cross comes in. There was no pressure on it. Long Beach able to clear it away though. Ruby Mansour, neat turn. And now we'll clear it down the left sideline looking for Banks. Banks back towards the midfield line will dribble back into her own half and now switch the point of attack to the middle for Yukita, who has acres of space to run. Yukita across midfield on her right foot. Yukita now plays in Johnson down the right-hand side. Long Beach still looking to counter and run forward is Johnson. Johnson's going to run at her woman just outside the 18-yard box, now driving towards the end line on the left-hand side, right-hand side. It's going to go out of bounds for a corner kick. Long Beach State, they have not been forced to play counter-attacking football all season long, but it looks like it's going to be the strategy here in the first half. They've won a corner, and you know who's going to take it, Amira White. As long as she's on the pitch, she's going to be a threat from corners as Long Beach will pack the box with 5 black shirts.
What I noticed there right before that is that this was essentially turning into a race between Malia Johnson of Long Beach and Isabella Contreras from Fullerton. The problem was that although Malia Johnson definitely had the angle to shoot it towards goal, Contreras just happened to be there and just sent it offside. Out it went. Now we got a corner kick.
You hear the whistles as
for all the wrong reasons with the yellow card. I'm sure that she probably didn't mean to go that aggressive, but it was definitely a rookie mistake as she was challenging up against Kaya Otholt from Fullerton. And she ended up tripping Otholt, and that's how you earn yourself not the stripe you really want.
It was Ruby Mansour who committed herself to a high challenge. Like I said, lucky to escape without serious punishment. So now it'll be a free kick for Fullerton. 2 women in the wall. It'll be Connie Yukita and Radisson Banks as
Sienna
Pimentel in her first action will clip it inside the 18-yard box. Shuck comes to claim it, and Shuck is infringed upon as she went to go punch it away. Whistle goes up, and they're also going to call for offside, so double infractions against Fullerton off that free kick. Came from a dangerous area. Good cross in from Sienna Pimentel. It'll be a goal kick off the foul from Aurora Shuck inside the 18-yard box. As referees have stopped play, they're going to shout some instructions over to the Fullerton bench. Damian Brown asking for some instructions, as is Mauricio Ingracia. Mauricio Ingracia in his 22nd season, looking to avoid back-to-back seasons without an appearance in the Big West Championship. Aurora Shuck launches it towards midfield. Candelaria off the header to Perez. Header again from the back line, and Perez gets it forward into the Fullerton half, back into the Long Beach half for Jordan Candelaria on the left-hand side. Candelaria down, looking for Ruby Mansour. That pass is picked away, and Janae Perez can come forward, clips the ball over the top. The offside flag will go up. We've seen that high line so far tonight, Sergio, work wonders. That time, Kylie Perez and Zoe Willis were only about 15 yards behind the midfield circle as Fullerton tried to play another ball over the top.
But what's going on is that, yeah, sure, they might be behind, but they're throwing that ball way too far forward. This is the 3rd time the offside flag has gone up, and mind you, folks, this is in the first 16 minutes at this point of playtime. So we're looking at a Fullerton team that is just overly aggressive. They're definitely making their statements here, but maybe a little too hard.
And we've seen already from Long Beach State 4 shots, none on target, 1 off the crossbar from Natalie Arnold from a corner kick routine. No shots and none on goal for Fullerton. They've gone forward, they've held the majority of the possession, but have not been able to test Aurora Shuck yet. We know that's certainly going to change. This is a very, very good Fullerton team. Is off the throw, and they look to switch the point of attack from left to right at the feet of Othel. Down the line, looking for Perez. Perez caught between 2 minds. It's going to fall all the way through to Antonucci. Antonucci looks to clear it down the line, but Perez gets a foot to it. It's bouncing. Perez winning the second ball now, just outside the 18-yard box. Coming over to help defensively was Kylie Perez, and now Antonucci is able to recover and clear it upfield to Banks. Banks back into the middle for Yukita. Once again, acres of room to run for Yukita. Looks to play it back to the left-hand side for Amira White. Neat ball. White back across the center circle, back across midfield to Yukita. Yukita down to the right-hand side for Arnold. Arnold to the top of the box. Johnson shooting towards goal. Ranson claims. An easy claim for Isaac Ranson. 5'10", redshirt senior. Is able to play it out quickly. A long ball over the top. Antonucci is able to win it, though, going to the ground. Candelaria can come forward on the left-hand side. Long Beach looking to break up the traffic jam in midfield as Radisson Banks will clip it towards goal into the 18. Amira White was waiting for it, but it was headed away. Long Beach still looking to win the second ball as Fullerton looked to clear their lines. Upfield once again. Antonucci goes down. Hard collision that time with Isabella Cruz, and the foul is going to go against Cruz. Brooklyn Antonucci is making no friends in Fullerton tonight.
Isabella Cruz looks a little flabbergasted looking at the referee saying, what am I getting that yellow card for? Or not even a yellow card. There's no card that's gone up. Nonetheless, still being called out, and she still just looks a little confused, but that was a harsh collision between her and who is that? In the Amira White, I believe, who's gone down just hard. That means she was even grasping her stomach, trying to catch her breath after that collision. Fortunately, she is back up. Excuse me, that was not Amira White. That was Brooklyn Antonucci.
So Brooklyn Antonucci has played the role of wrecking ball through 18 minutes now, going into every hard collision, every hard challenge, as Fullerton continually attack down the right-hand side. So it'll be a free kick for Long Beach State. Mansour stands over it. That's Perez standing over it. She'll play it across the center circle to Willis, and now Willis will launch across into the box. Plenty of black shirts waiting. Fullerton able to head it away, though. Comes outside the 18-yard box, and Mansour commits herself. It's going to go off Mansour as Perez had tried to clear it away, and it'll be a throw-in for the Titans. Still inside their own half, 20 yards from goal on the right-hand side. Throw-in goes down the line. Antonucci heads away into the middle for Yukita. Yukita infield to Amira White. Neat 1-2 between White and Yukita. It's back at the feet of White to Banks on the left-hand side. Banks looks down the line, now comes back in field, and Redison. Banks goes down. Another foul called against the Titans. This time penalized Taylor Townsell. She's been active in the midfield and now is going to catch the ire of the referee. Another set piece coming here, Sergio, for Long Beach State.
Taya Townsell really also just looked mad confused. Even though if you saw what we saw, she quite literally pushed that Long Beach player down. So, I mean, there's not much else to say, but that's twice now that the referee has taken a look at one of these Titans players. But in this case, it comes down to just, what are you doing out there? That's what he's trying to say.
Tyler Townsell, the New Mexico transfer, Chino, California native, made her 53rd start today on the defensive line. The free kick is going to be about 30 yards from goal. Make that 25 yards. Banks and White stand over it. Banks fakes the approach. Now Amira White to the back post, and Ransom will come to clear. Long Beach not going to make the same mistake they did on that earlier corner. Not too many black shirts committed at the top of the box, so it's an easy claim for Isaac Ranson. Now feels like a perfect time to talk about Ranson and just the incredible career at Fullerton. 28 shutouts. That broke the record earlier this season. 27 was the previous mark. Highest save percentage in Fullerton history as well at .875. Lowest goals against average in a single season as it stands right now as well. 330 career saves for Ranson. That's also the best in Cal State Fullerton history. The most minutes ever played by a Cal State Fullerton player, full stop. And the highest career save percentage as it stands right now, Sergio. Those are unbelievable marks. As Ranson, the 5th year, has had an outstanding Fullerton career and would love just one more shot at a Big West championship that has eluded Fullerton for these past 3 seasons.
And during these past few seasons, actually, Isaac Ranson has been there, playing from 2021 through 2025. So all those 3 seasons, Isaac Ranson has been there, and in this season alone, he's had 16 starts. Only Cal Poly has scored against. 7 goals, actually. 7 goals against, excuse me.
More shutouts than goals against, Sergio. What an incredible stat that is for not only Ranson, but this Cal State Fullerton back line. As Long Beach State has it just outside the 18-yard box. It's Yukita who's dispossessed on the right-hand side. Ball bouncing. Johnson able to win it back. Johnson still looking for a way forward. Will now cut it back and get it to Natalie Arnold on the right-hand side. Arnold looking back infield to Amira White. White at the end line looking for options. Not too many black shirts in the box to aim for, so she plays it back to Arnold. Arnold now infield to Johnson, who had made a recovery run. Johnson, corner of the 18-yard box on the right-hand side, gets to Arnold. Arnold clip cross across the face of goal, and it's going to be cleared away. Brooklyn Antonucci is able to recover near midfield and play it back to Perez. Long Beach State looking to recover their shape now. Still 3 at the back for Long Beach as the ball over the top on the left-hand side is going to go searching for Banks, and it's going to be cleared away into the stands. Stepping in front of that first-time ball was the Fullerton back line. It'll be a throw-in for Long Beach State. Ruby Mansour will take it.
Now, Isabella Contreras, this is a little interesting sign. Isabella Cruz actually sent that ball way off. It ended up inside the grandstands, and we had a bunch of little kids there running towards the ball as if it was some kind of treasure chest.
Now here's the ball into the midfield. Giving chase that time was Isabella Cruz, but Perez stepped in front of her first. A lot of young fans in the audience tonight. Titan Stadium can hold over 1,000, and The stands right in front of us here, Sergio, packed with young fans and families alike. As Long Beach unable to put together an attack down the right-hand side, played back into the midfield. 21 and a half minutes gone, still 0-0 in the 15-mile rivalry. Only a win will do for both teams tonight. As Perez is able to cut another Fullerton attack out on the back line. Play it centrally to Zoe Willis. Now up for Johnson, who heads it back in the direction of Yukita, still on the right-hand side. Yukita now looks centrally to Radisson Banks. Banks checks behind her. A neat turn in the midfield will now look to feed Ruby Mansour. Mansour, loose first touch, able to recover, forced to play it back to Antonucci. Still on the left-hand side now for Long Beach State as Antonucci, long clip cross into the 18-yard box, headed away strongly only as far as Amira White. White surveys options to the back post now, and Ranson comes to claim right in front of an arriving Connie Yukita. Isaac Ranson forced into a few claims here early on in the first half as Long Beach State continued to pepper the Titans back line. Now another long ball over the top looking for Banks is headed away. Not out of a dangerous area though. Still outside the 18-yard box. Amira White able to win the ball back. Poke it forward to Radisson Banks. Banks towards the end line, just outside the 6. Looks for an option in the 18 and it's blocked off. Cleared away by the Titans. Ruby Mansour fighting for the second ball. She'll hook it back towards the top of the box. Yukita is waiting for it. Yukita unable to get a first touch around it, and her shot is off the side of her foot. It'll go out for a goal kick. Some chaos outside the box that time, Sergio.
And indeed some chaos, but you know what? If it's any consolation for Long Beach State, this is roughly some of the first play that we've seen on the opposing side of the field.